Dear ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. I'd like to start this session by appreciating you so much for making this channel grow. If you wish to support us, just subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. So one thing for sure is that any country in Africa that only supports the US becomes an enemy of the people. Kenya is that particular country that has embraced US policies. So because of that reason, Kenya has found itself isolated by certain East African countries because of the West policies. William Ruto made an assurance that he was going to deploy 1,000 policemen to the Haitian to head that peacekeeping mission. And this has not been received well with senior people in the country, received well by citizens. Even the people in UDA, some of them talking about the likes of Boni Alwale, have not welcomed this move, and some went to an extent of saying, what does Kenya stand to gain? So, why am I choosing to bring this analysis? I stumbled upon a video of Haitian nationals who blasted Kenya and claimed that Ruto is a puppet of the US.
Shame on you, William Ruto, US puppet.
I want to again tell you here that there was a time about 1 month ago whereby there was what people call a rap battle between Kenya and Tanzania, and there was some musicians were engaging each other, you know. Then there's this issue of LGBTQ which came up, because you know in East Africa, Kenya is the only country that has legalized it, but these other countries have been cagey about that move. So because Kenya took the initiative of legalizing it, you find that that's the reason why Biden ended up praising Kenya, a move that saw William Ruto offer to send 1,000 policemen to a country whereby the gangs there are known to have assassinated the former prime ministers. Even to this level, they are talking about the Prime Minister Ariel should actually be deposed or should vacate that position. So I want to take you to this video that was shared by one of the Haitians who did not like the fact that Kenya is going to send a policeman there. So the question here is very simple, because we need to get the facts correct. Are the Haitians ready for an invasion or for this peacekeeping mission? Because there was word that previously Americans were accused of rape, were accused of torturing the Haitians when they led a peacekeeping mission in the country of Haiti. So Kenya also has a very bad track record when it comes to human rights, especially if you go back to the issue of demonstrations which were in Kisumu and how the police handled the demonstrators there. The world, in fact the UN humanitarian wing, did not like what happened in Kisumu, the Kondele issue. So check this video first. It's a less than 1 minute video. Then we will go further with this analysis.
US puppet. Kenya, shame on you. William Ruto, 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 US puppet.
Yes, there you have it. Before I read to you a statement from these Haitians, I'd like to pose a question to you. Of course, we know that Biden wants Kenya to send the troops there because William Ruto already indicated that move of a volunteer. But do you think Obama supports the move? Obama has not talked about this peacekeeping mission, has not talked about it. So why is it so? Because we expected that Obama would rein in on this issue, this issue, because he has his roots here in Kenya. He needs to talk about this issue because, being the former president of the US, he has a say in matters of that kind of international policing. Several Kenyan leaders have questioned the move, alleging that Kenya is not ready to send its troops to Haiti, or Haiti, how you pronounce it. Sooner East Member of Parliament Junet Mohammed last week said the matter of sending officers to Haiti or Haiti should be tabled in Parliament for approval before any police officer leaves the country. Now, that is what I want us to talk about. Alfred Mutua, earlier on when he was still the Minister for Foreign Affairs, made certain statements saying that they had already identified those policemen who are going to be deployed to the Haiti. 1,000 policemen. That is a statement that Dr. Alfred Mutua made publicly. So, yesterday, there was also a circular that surfaced that the Kenyan government is yet to pick the policemen who are going to represent or who are going for that peacekeeping mission. Secondly, they say that the Kenyan the parliament is yet to give a nod to this, whether they will agree or they will not agree to have this peacekeeping mission, initiated by the Kenyan government. So it's still a matter that is going to be taken to parliament for deliberation, and then there will be subsequent voting on it. But because it's an issue that William Ruto is the first person to introduce, we expect that in parliament it appear too. Because just like I always maintain that parliament is also a puppet of the executive. Just like the Haitians are saying that William Ruto is a puppet of the US. I don't know that you agree with the Haitians. I mean, this is getting pretty tricky because first, the police expect that the locals there will have support on their mission. But if this is what is happening in the diaspora, and this demonstration is against the move by William Samoei Ruto to deploy 1,000 policemen to deal with the gang violence in Haiti. So if that is the case, so let's just assume that the people there don't support police. They don't support the invasion or the peacekeeping mission by Kenya. So how is Kenya going to, achieve their objective in the Haiti? Because one thing you need to understand is that the language there being spoken is not necessarily English, or is not even Kiswahili. That is a foreign country. And it's alleged that most of them speak French. That's the language being spoken there. And it's also alleged that there is a lot of Asian language there. So that means that there will be a language barrier between the Kenya police and the Haiti nationals. So if the people are detesting the fact that Kenya is going to deploy 1,000 policemen, and they're going to the next step of saying that Kenya should not be a puppet of the US, that is to say that the Haiti are not ready for support of the US. Probably that explains why US chose to use Kenya to lead that mission, whereas they themselves have sophisticated equipment which they can use to deal with the gang violence in Haiti. So I think this move by William Ruto is putting Kenya at loggerheads with the foreign nationals like Haiti people. So Haiti people are detesting Kenyans just because William Ruto agreed to send 1,000 policemen to go and deal with the gang violence. And let me be honest with you, Barbecue, who is one of those gang leaders, I think controls more than 20,000 gang members, has said that he is welcoming Kenya to tour that place for that peacekeeping mission. But Kenya should be ready for any eventuality. So that is the message which was conveyed there I think previously there it was in Al Jazeera. I saw it in Al Jazeera. Then there was a similar one in BBC. So this is what leads us to this question. Do you think Kenya is ready to go and defend a foreign country? Whereas we know very well that in Kenya, we also have issues in Lamu. We also have issues in banditry areas like Pokot. We have issues like this ones in Baringo County. So should our police be deployed to these areas, ama wapelekwe Haiti, whereby they don't even know the language there? It will take them time to understand the language there, to understand the terrain, to understand the culture, to also receive the support of the locals. But if what we are seeing in this video is anything to go by, then that means that the locals there are not ready for a mission led by Kenyan police. And I think this is informed by what has been trending on the global space regarding the humanitarian issues, or how the Kenya police handled citizens here. So they think that if these people are taken to their country, they will utilize the same force. So that's why they are rejecting this mission by Kenyan police. So ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to urge you to go below the comment section and offer your remark regarding what you think about this move by the Haitians in US, probably, who are demonstrating against the police deployment in the Haiti. Just tell us what you think about that. And to those people who have not subscribed to this channel, I'd like to kindly encourage you to subscribe to this channel, give this video a like, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. To those who have supported this channel, I want to tell you here that I'm forever grateful for that support, because without you, this channel cannot grow. So until you catch up again, please stay safe and stay blessed.